I have no idea how to start this, so I'm just going to come out with this as an intro. Things are not okay. Everything in the camp is not okay. There are a lot of players who are unhappy. I've had to have a lot of hard conversations with some players. I've had to revert back to our 4-2-3-1. And we've got City today. And we also need to avoid defeat against Benfica to qualify in the Champions League. It's a big episode and I have no idea how it's going to go. But that's the excitement of it, isn't it? Drop the intro. We've got a serious case of the away day blues. Literally, pretty much every away game, we lose 1-0. And I have no idea how to stop it. Since the last time we met, we've lost 1-0 to Huddersfield. We've lost 1-0 to Watford, both away from home. Huddersfield, I can understand, they're playing really well in the league. They're actually in the top 4 at the moment. But Watford were down in 17th. And we battered them and still didn't win. We also lost to PSG in the Champions League, which has left us needing to avoid defeat to Benfica to get through. The plus side is that we have beaten Leicester 3-1 at home, and we did beat Brentford 4-3 in the Premier League. But Brentford are bottom of the table, and we were 4-1 up, and we just have this ability just to melt away. And I've got no idea what I'm meant to do at the moment. I feel helpless, and I've not felt like that in a really, really long time. I'm really, really concerned. That run of fixtures has left us a way off. We are 12 points behind Manchester United. Having said that, it's only 15 games into the season. Anything can happen. But the players just aren't turning up, you know. I've got a real issue. City are second, and obviously we will be playing them today. So we do have a chance. We're only 4 points behind them. United are kind of like the runaway leaders at the moment. Everyone else is a bit of a muchness. It's just not good enough. And we have a cluster of injuries as well. Engler's injured, Salah's injured, and Pedrinho's injured. All of them have taken knocks and are not 100% fit. De Ligt and Luca are absolutely dead on their feet. I've got real issues in the squad. But hopefully today against Benfica we can get through this. We've gone back to our 4-2-3-1 formation today. The 4-3-3 is pretty decent at home, but away from home it's just too open. We're just too open. Donnarumma's in goal. Tierney, Ayer, Wood and Aaron's make up the back four. Then you've got Torreira and Bentley in the middle. Davies, Amada and Brandt are playing in the midfield today with Ablas leading the line up front. He's been okay. He's got a lot of assists in recent games, but he's not been brilliant. I might have to sell him in January. He is probably one of our real world-class players, but I might just have to sell him in January. There's no getting away from it. I can't really think of another way of being able to cope with this. It's going to be good for the wingers to get them back involved, and obviously we're going to get to have a good look at Julian Brandt today. And I don't know how today's going to go. I've got real problems with this squad, actually. You should have seen me last night. I played through the games to get up to this point, including the defeats away. And I was seething. I've never been that angry playing Football Manager off camera or on camera. I was so disheartened. And I looked at the team and I kind of was sat there thinking, I will always continue the save as long as I'm enjoying it. But if I was 100% honest at the moment, there are not a lot of players in this team that I actually quite like. There are a lot of players in here that are just irritating me, have not been good enough, haven't turned up. And I could go through and overhaul the squad again, but it would take me another few years to kind of get back to where we need to be. So part of me is thinking that this should be the final season, at least for now, because I've just hit that point. You know, I think everyone hits it at a point in their save where you just kind of think, I've taken the team as far as I can go. I have done as much as I can. This squad doesn't feel like it needs an overhaul, but the way that we're playing would indicate that it does. And that's where I'm getting frustrated. It doesn't matter what tactic I do, no matter where I play, no matter what I do, I try to compensate. I try to be a bit more defensive when we're away from home occasionally to try and dry up the goals. I try to be a bit more positive. No matter what I do, I'm struggling and I cannot figure the game out this year. I've really struggled with it. In saves off camera, I've done really well, like especially in the lower league saves, I've done really well. It's just in this Arsenal save, I've just hit the ceiling. It feels like I've just hit a ceiling. This game's a prime example. I cannot break through the lines without kind of sacrificing all of my defensive solidity. I cannot be attacking, and it's just a problem with this year's game. I just think that this year's game feels like it's very geared towards defensive football, and it's extremely irritating. It's so hard to break down teams that pack out defences. In all fairness, at the moment we are doing enough to get through. That's all I care about. But I mean, I've been speaking to you for the last 5 minutes. Nothing is happening in the half. I'm going to say out to the boys, I am pleased. I just feel like I need to get back to even keeping some clean sheets. Would just do me some good. Let's just keep some clean sheets, and we can build from there. Do you know what I mean? I just need something at the moment. I'm going to bring on Mo Salah for Julian Brandt, who's done absolutely nothing today, in all fairness. I'll bring Salah on, get him playing as a Ram Deuter on attack. Why not? Let's go for it a little bit and go for the throat. This game against City now becomes absolutely imperative that we win, because if I have any aspirations of maybe even getting into the top 4, I need to win. I need to win that game, and getting an injury to Thiago Almada is not improving my mood. Almada comes on for... Gonzalez is going to come on for Almada, and again, you look at it, going forward, I feel like I've got the most underperforming team I've ever had on Football Manager. Like, I literally... The amount of talent we are stacked for talent. But they're just not interested. Morale has got such a big thing in this year's game. It's literally like, lose one game. Ooh, you lose one, and suddenly you're on a run of around about, you'll lose 3 and 5. If you can put a few wins together, you'll not lose in 11. It's just really streaky. And I'm a bit annoyed. I'm not a bit annoyed. I'm very annoyed. I've spoken to you for this entire game, and we haven't had one highlight. Here we go. Finally had one. I bet you Benfica win 1-0. That's my prediction. Benfica are going to win this game 1-0, and we're going to go out of the Champions League. I can feel it. They'll literally have one chance, because it will just sum up the save in one highlight. It will just sum up this save at the moment and how I'm feeling. Go on, Kieran. Let's just win a game away from home. If I have to grind out games and win them ugly, that is what we will do. Torreira. That is a decent ball over to Tierney on the far side. Go on, mate. Play in Davies. Go on. Tierney whips it in. Gonzalez. Yes, Greg. Yes, there you go. A 1-0 win at the moment would do me the world of good. If we have to be a little bit less gung-ho, that is what I will do. I'll take having one highlight a game and winning than having 17 and not scoring, because that's pretty much what's been happening for the last few weeks. Great finish from Greg. Lovely play with Kieran Tierney. Finally does something good. Oh, thank God for that. PSG won all their games in the group. They obviously beat us, but there's no way we're going to be able to win the Champions League, I don't think, at this rate. We're just not good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can barely beat teams away in the Premier League, let alone in the Champions League. Although, having said that, we are winning this one, so it's not the end of the world. But well, there you go. A 1-0 win in what has been, let's be fair, a very dull game. But I'm going to passionately say, well done, everyone. Qualification is in the bag, and it's well deserved. And that does make me feel a lot better. That was a very good European away performance. Thiago Almada's injured, but at least Greg scored in his goal, so he should be in some pretty good form going forward as well. So City are up next, and I mean, I'm hoping the game will be slightly more exciting than that one was, because that was a pretty piss-poor game. Just realised my hair is so big that it actually stands off the top of the camera, so I've had to move it down a bit. The other thing I should note as well is that we've actually been given a lot more money by the board. The budget has now gone up to £73 million, so there will be time in January to make some signings and make some sales. And the natural one I'm looking at is, oh my God, for God's sake, I can see it already. The one I'm naturally thinking of is selling Ablas. That's the one I'm naturally thinking of. Me and Diego Simeone apparently don't get on very well. Fabio's out for 1 to 3 days. It's not the end of the world. And Chris Jones is out for... I'm going to have to send him home because he's got a cold, and I don't want that getting to the rest of the group. Although he was going to play right back because Max Aarons is knackered. Burnley are absolutely fine at the moment. They just smashed Brentford 5-1, and they are still ahead of me in the table. They've scored more goals than I have, I think, as well. It's just so depressing. The record with us and City is incredibly even. We've won 6, they've won 7, and we've drawn 9. So it's going to be very nip and tuck today, you can tell. And just look at the amount of injuries that we've got to deal with. Just look at them. Right, so I've had to make some changes just due to the sheer amount of tiredness that's going on in the squad at the moment. Donnarumma's in goal. Tierney, De Ligt, Wood and Aarons make it the back four. So Nathan Wood has come back in. Luke has not played too badly this season at all. But Nathan Wood has complained about not having enough first-team football. And to be fair to him, he's been absolutely brilliant when I have played him. So I think we've missed him a little bit this year. I've been trying to pursue with Luke, or persevere with him. But in games like this, I've just got to go with Nate. He's got the experience. Engler and Bentley will be playing today in the middle of the park. Bentley's still tired, and I need to take him off halfway through. I'm managing the minutes as best I can. Davies is in the middle. Gonzalez is in behind Ablas. And Mo Salah will be playing on the right-hand side today. Bit of a gamble, but he's a big player. Big-time player. He's been there. He has the experience. This is a big, big game. I look at their team and I think, shit, that is so good. Passionately say... I know a lot of you will be keen to avenge what happened last time we played City. Go out there and make sure that we come out on top today. Come on, we can do this. I believe that we can do this. Come on. Come on, we're at home. We play well at home most of the time. And, oh god, it's a highlight to City within the first minute. That's always a bit disappointing. Upamecano hits over the top. Good to see Max Aarons has just literally fallen asleep. And what a save by Donnarumma. I've been a bit critical of him recently. But that is... Oh, he didn't save it. Apparently he hit the post. Well, either way, he had it covered. Let's say he had it covered. Abbas, I'm begging you, mate. Have a good day today. I've got Fabio and I've got Navarro Leao on the bench if we need them. Which at some stage, if we're chasing the game, or it gets to like the last 10 minutes or so, I will throw them on. We'll go for 3-3 and we will go for it. I will not hesitate to do that. Tierney into Gonzalez. He gets around his man. Whips the ball in. Abbas doesn't win the header. And Russo on the ball now. That's a great ball into Fatty. And they're so good on the counter. Fatty dancing around Nathan Wood. Yusufi's in. Great save again by Donnarumma there. Well done, mate. Annoyingly, we've had all the bloody shots, etc., etc. But they're the ones that are having all the highlights. So it's just like... We got to half-time. It's 0-0. I'm so sorry, viewers. I wish that I could bring you better news, but I can't. I've said to the boys, keep playing it the way you are out there, and the result will come. We've not done badly, and like I said, if I can hold out for another 20 minutes, we'll go for 3-3. We put it on them, we go for 3-3. They've changed their formation slightly, and they've sat a bit deeper. So, does that mean I can go up a bit? Salah whips in a free kick. Abbas! Sacha Abbas has scored! Get in! 1-0, come on! Yes! If I have to Mourinho my way through this, that is what I will do. MikeRo Mourinho. Or Mourinho Munch? No, MikeRo Mourinho. I love it. Bang! Abbas, header, back post. Great ball in by Salah. That's the quality. That's the quality. That's the experience. Salah again. Let's make it 2 in quick succession. Abbas! Davies is at the bar! I don't believe it. We're all over him now. Come on, boys. Brilliant start to the second half. And we're going within 1 point of second as it stands. 1 point... Within 1 point of City. Salah over another set piece. Whips it in. Doesn't make it. And now Fatty is on the bike here. Go on, mate. Just tackle him, lads. Great tackle there by Engler. He's done brilliantly. And Dybala's not going to beat him to the ball. Well done, Engler. Oh, my God. Please don't kick it out. Oh, thank God. Wood. Lovely touch out of his feet. You don't. Not like this, please. Fatty. What a save. But, I mean, come on now. Stop taking the piss. I'm going to take Max Aarons off because he's absolutely knackered. I'm going to bring Cornell on. Actually, no, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to move Wood out to right back. And then I'm going to bring on Luca for Aarons because Aarons is absolutely knackered. And I'm going to get Wood on a no-nonsense fullback. That means I can sit him on defend. We'll mark that lane. Do not let City get at us. Do not let this happen, boys. Don't let this slip. I'm going to take Alphonso Davies off as well. I'm going to bring on Navarro Leao. He can go out and sit on that left-hand side. He's been in very good form so far this year. I just need another good 20-25 minutes from you, mate. Oh, no. City with a free kick. Bernardo whips it in. Great hands from Donnarumma. Take your time, mate. There is no need to panic. Take your time. The amount of late goals I've given away against City and points I've lost from winning positions, I dare not think about. I don't need the same today. And that's lovely from Bentley to Gonzalez. He finds a great ball out to Mo Salah. Go on, Mo. Roast him. Mo into Abbas. One touch at his feet. Bang! Salah and Abbas. He's back. I can't sell him. I just can't sell him. I just need to get him back on side, but I can't sell him. Look at him. When he's good, he's so good. It's been a while since Abbas has been the player that I thought he was last year and the year before. It's been a while since he looked like the best player in Europe, but when he tucks chances like that away, that is when you know you've got one hell of a player on your team. What a man! Get in! I'm going to take Bentley off. He's absolutely knackered. Julian Brandt is going to come on for the last 15 minutes. Time to set the team instructions. Get the tempo nice and low. Get that time wasting up. And then we're going to go narrow, set it wide, be more disciplined. We're going to sit in and we're going to see this out. This could be the game that kickstarts our season. This could be the moment that kickstarts our season. We've got a nice run of fixtures coming up. This is where we need to be now. I need us to dig in and start getting some points. As Abbas nearly gets it, and Leao tucks it in at the back post. Abbas will get the assist. It's 3-0. We're giving City an absolute hiding. Oh, the 4-2-3-1 is back. Thank God. Finally, we might be in a bit of form. Gonzalez is brilliantly here. It's a delicious ball into Abbas, who flicks it onto the bar. Unlucky from him. And Navarro Leao is there to tuck it in. That is the beauty of having a striker playing at left wing. Get in. What a result. Oh god, here we go. Bernardo Silva up against Kieran Tierney. Tierney's just being a bit of a donkey there. And there it is. Of course it is. Of course we had to concede. Obviously. Couldn't go 90 minutes without conceding a goal. Ultimately, I don't care. We've got the 3 points. You'd like to think. Just Kieran Tierney just sometimes make you just do my nut in. And how is Luca playing at 6.4? How is that his fault? That's Kieran Tierney's fault. How is that Luca's fault? Don't like the way the game blames the wrong people in these scenarios. Either way, a 3-1 win. Passionately say, I'm very pleased with the result and the performance. We looked solid. We looked dangerous. Get in. Ablas, you're a tank, mate. Oh, God, that makes me feel better. 3 wins on the bounce. It's just what we need. Annoyingly, we got Spurs in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, so I'm probably going to have to play some of the big boys in that one so we can get through that. It's all now about maintaining the standard. After that, it's West Ham away, then 2 games against Everton. But then you look at the games going through January, they're not too difficult. They're not too hard. Let's come back, actually, for the last games of January. So the games against Chelsea and Burnley. Chelsea away will be tough, and Burnley obviously are playing very, very well at the moment. So it would be nice if we could be in a good position come the end of February, the end of January. And then after that, we got United in our first game of the Champions League knockout rounds. February is looking like a much harder month. And yeah, no, definitely February and March look a lot more hard. So we have to make sure that we have a really good run of form here between Christmas and the New Year, and obviously all the way through January. That has made me feel so much better. Ultimately, we're still a little bit of a way off the top, but baby steps. Baby steps. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, of course, please do leave a like, share, and subscribe. The 4-2-3-1 is back, baby. We're back. Until I see you in the next episode, stay cool.